Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk to you about the UK watch market. I wanted to tell you guys that the watch market is down, but I also wanted to tell you my own personal experience with the watch market over the past 2 months. What I've been doing is I've been trying to sell a very good quality Omega Speedmaster Sapphire sandwich 2022 in mint condition, full set, for a reasonable price through a dealer. And guess what? I got the watch back yesterday, unsold. I couldn't sell this Omega Sapphire sandwich if my life depended on it. There was zero interest in purchasing this watch pre-owned from a dealer, none. And my pricing was very reasonable and very fair. And when I explain it to you, you will think, you know what? He was quite reasonable and fair in his pricing. Now, Silver Cloud, I was over the moon to get the watch back today, and I'm sad that I sent it away in the first place. And it was like an unboxing. It came back to me from Lifestyle Watches in the exact same condition that I gave him the watch in. I could have done an unboxing video and pretended to buy that watch today. It came back to me in such good condition and well packaged. So thank you, Daz and Gary from Lifestyle Watches. Right, so I'm going to tell you the story about this watch, and then you can judge for yourself whether I was being greedy or whether I did the right thing, or whether if I'd have reduced it, if I'd have given it away, maybe I'd have sold it by now. Right, so 2 months ago, I gave the watch to Lifestyle Watches in Edinburgh to Gary and Daz. We looked at the market, and the watches pre-owned were selling for $6,250 everywhere. Now, I'm talking about professional dealers, not private here. Because when you buy from a professional dealer, you have a safety net. You can also pay by a credit card. You can pay by a bank transfer. You can pay by PayPal. The seller, me, has to cover that 2% charge though, just so you know. The fees come down to the seller. It's just one of those things. So I decided to sell it for $6,000. I thought it was a reasonable price. And there was zero interest in the watch for the first 4 weeks. And I mean no interest. So I then noticed Watchfinder was reducing their prices, I think to a 6150. So I said, right, let's knock mine down to 5750, which again I thought was quite reasonable for a watch that sells currently for £7,600. No interest. So I thought, damn, what am I going to do? So Watchfinder reduced their prices again, and they came down to I think 5.8. So I thought, right, let's go in at a fantastic price. Let's go in at 5,500, which we did, and that was 2 weeks ago. And again, no interest in the watch, none, zero. So what was I to do? I had a good think about it, and I thought to myself, you know, I'm only selling the Speedy because I was going to put that money into another watch. I was going to put the money into another Speedy. I was a racing. I know it's not a moon watch, but I like the look of the watch. I also like the fact it was an automatic. This is a manual wind, and the watch costs 11,000. And then where the hell am I going to get £11,000 from? I'm going to have to sell a watch, correct? And my view was it's going to look very similar to this one, and I don't want to have two of the same watches in the collection. So it all made sense to me. So I'm going to now have to rethink my next purchase. But it gets worse. If I'd have sold this watch for £5,500, I would have taken massive losses. I would have had to pay 7% fees to Lifestyle Watches. I would have had to pay 2 to 3% credit card fees, eBay fees, whatever fees. I would have been lucky to net £5,000 on this watch. That's what I would have netted. Do you know that there's no place in the United Kingdom where you can buy this watch from a dealer for £5,000? So my logic was, if you can't buy this watch for what you're selling it for, don't sell it. And that's what I did. Now I'm going to tell you another story. People talk about, don't give your watch away on consignment. Oh, no, don't do that because they'll rip you off. Well, they won't. The watch is back in my possession. It's in the same condition that it was when I gave it to Lifestyle Watches. And what's worse for Lifestyle Watches, and they've told me they're okay with this, they paid for the shipping cost. They paid to advertise the watch, to try and sell it on my behalf, and they paid the return shipping cost. That's what you call customer service. You guys should check out Lifestyle Watches. They do take trades. Now, when you take a trade though, and you trade a watch for a watch, you do lose even more money because these guys are taking the watch off you and they could suffer losses down the road. So just remember that trading watches is not always the best option, but it might be an option for you if you see your dream watch and you have a couple of watches and you're willing to sacrifice them. Maybe it's worth doing. I don't recommend trading. I recommend buying outright. I recommend selling on consignment as well if the bloody thing sells. Now, just remember, I am watching the markets. Now, I'm only watching them on this watch. I can't watch them on every fucking watch, but on the market on this watch, it keeps going down, 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 down. So it's a buyer's market. Maybe it's good. It's a buyer's market. Maybe it's time to buy. I'm going to tell you one more bit of hot information. If you're about to buy a watch, just go on Watchfinder and then they will tell you in about an hour what the watch is actually worth. So if you were to buy this watch today for £5,000, let's say, and then you want to sell it tomorrow to Watchfinder, they would give you £3,000 for this watch. I know, it's a crime. They should be put in prison for those prices, but that's what they're willing to pay you for this watch today. And then they're going to try and sell it for £5,750. They're going to try and make just short of £2,900 profit on you. But that's the business they're in. They buy low and they sell high. What can I say? That's business. To sum up, it's a buyer's market, not a seller's market. Get out there, get yourself a bargain. Now, I've got some other news for you as well about Rolex watches and Rolex waitlists. They're still a real thing. I spoke to an AD yesterday and they have 0 steel watches for sale. And I mean nothing. Not even an OP, not even a black OP. They have nothing. Their cupboards are bare. So the demand for Rolex watches at retail is still there. It's a fact. However, if you're willing to wait, you can get certain watches. And I was told about another watch that was available to purchase that you wouldn't believe me. You would call me a liar if I told you that I was able to purchase this watch. So I'm not going to tell you, but it's what you would think is a hot watch. But that was available for me to purchase from a Rolex AD yesterday, and not my Rolex AD, another one. Right, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank you for subscribing. And I will catch you on the next one.